Actually, my last year in Vegas, I saved a lot of money because, Vegas was a relatively cheap place to live.
Yeah.
And so I ended up saving a lot of money. And I saved up enough money to go to Europe, and I kind of like backpacked throughout Europe for 6 weeks.
What country?
I did Spain, Italy, and France.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I kind of did that.
Okay.
And staged at Jean Robuchon.
Okay.
In Paris. And
was that like always a bucket list thing for you?
For sure. I mean, I staged at the one in Vegas as well.
Okay.
And I figured, like, why not do the one in France as well?
Did you ever want to work at the one in Vegas, or?
I did. And I think I was learning a lot at Spago, so I didn't necessarily want to leave. But, my mentor, Eric, he had a lot of connections with the chefs at Robuchon. So that's kind of how the stages happened.
Yeah. Crazy. Yeah, it was one of the podcasts I did with Jake Rojas, my mentor. He worked at Robuchon back in the day, and he was telling me, he tells the story of Marcel, because he was on Top Chef, and he was working at Robuchon, and people and people would come in and want like pictures with him, and he's like, Mr. Robuchon would be like, what the fuck? I was like, Mr. Robuchon. He's like, yeah, that's what you have to call him.
Yeah, that's what you have to call him.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Where do you go? Goodbye, Vegas. Where's Mei going next?
Well, so when I got back from Europe, actually when I was over in Europe, Twitter was a thing already.
Okay.
And I saw that Michael Voltaggio was opening up a restaurant in LA. And I was like, oh shit, like he's literally going to open up in like 2 weeks. Guess I probably won't get a job then because I'm not in the States at the time. I'm over in Europe. And so luckily for me, the project ended up getting pushed back per usual, like every other fucking restaurant.
Yeah, every time.
That plans to open on this date, but ends up getting pushed back.
Add a year, baby.
Yeah. So it ended up just being like a 2-month pushback.
Yeah.
And so I was already back, and they were looking for more cooks to add to the team. They put an ad out. I submitted my resume, and they wanted to meet with me. And I'm like, I'm in Vegas. They're like, okay, well, come see us.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. So on my day off, I drove out to LA and met with the chef, the chef de cuisine. And
who was that? Cole
Dickinson.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was actually out in Napa.
Yeah.
He's still out in Napa.
Yeah, he is.
Yep. So, so I met with him and had a conversation and got hired on the spot. And literally I moved to LA right after they opened.
Cole's Chop House?
No. He worked for Cosentino.
Oh, okay. That's why.
Right across from you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? They did some shit that was like the 12 nights of the holidays. And I'm like, that's a little bit too similar to the 12 days of Christmas. I'm just saying. Chris Constantino, a motherfucker looked like Chris Costo. You see, they look the same. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Do they though?
Pull up a picture of Chris Costo and Chris Constantino and tell me they don't look alike.
They do not look the same.
Tell me they don't look alike.
No, I don't think they look
we might
the same
have to.
at all.
We might have to stop this right now just so I can prove this wrong right on the podcast here.
I don't know, dude. I don't think they look alike.
And then after that, we're going to get into your stage at Robuchon because that is very interesting.
No. Dude.
Come on.
No.
Come on.
No, I don't think so.
All right. I guess I got to find another side by side.
I mean, you worked with Costo for a really long time. So
literally.
I don't know. I don't think they look alike, but
when him and Chef are in the same room, it's like, come on. It's like, yeah, they look alike. You know, like if you were to put them side by side. But anyway, that's for another day. Before we get into your time at Inc., what was your stage at Robichon like? In both places, Vegas compared to...
In Vegas was, pretty straightforward. Plussing out a lot of recipes.
Yeah.
Obviously didn't know what I was making, but just doing knife cuts, things like that, literally very standard. So that was like my all day.
Yeah.
Just doing knife cuts for different recipes, plussing out different recipes. In Paris was very different. I was very like hands-on. I think I remember this vividly because my first day, and we're like, as stages, you're literally working all day. You get in at 7 a.m. You're not leaving until close.
Whoa.
Yeah. So you're working lunch service and dinner service. And you have a 1 hour break in between when the restaurant is like shut down before dinner service starts.
Do they shut it down?
They shut it down.
Like everybody has to leave.
Well, you could stay, but like we're just like hanging around the restaurant, like in the back.
Got you.
Yeah. But like, obviously I didn't want to leave. And so I just kind of immersed myself in like more work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there any cooks there at the time that you remember?
Yeah, I remember all of them actually. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. But I remember my first day, I got in. There were a few other stages there.
Yeah.
English speaking stages, so I was a little relieved. We're de-germing garlic.
Okay.
A lot of garlic. Like a lot of fucking garlic. To the point where my hands were burning.
Yeah.
Like, and I remember one of the sous chefs, and Sophie, she was like, you should probably put on some gloves in like very broken English. And I'm just like, no. And it's like, how am I supposed to do this with gloves on, you know? So
yeah.
I should have listened because my hands were burning for like literally a day after.
Yeah. For sure. And then everything else you prep after that, anytime you touch lemon juice or salt,
yeah,
you're
it hurts.
fucked.
It hurts. Yeah.
So, these places know that you're staging for fun? Like, you're not staging for a job, or are you kind of leaving it open-ended?
No. Definitely staging for fun.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, for experience.
Where else did you stage other than Robichon?
That was, like, while I was in Europe, I staged there for, like, 2 weeks.
Got you. Mm-hmm. Did you eat anywhere during that time?
I did. So, I ended up getting, like, 1 day off a week. So, those 2 days, just kind of ate wherever I could.
Yeah.
And obviously, I got to eat at Robichon for free. Because,
awesome.
You know, I
That's
worked there for free.
Yeah, you worked. Yeah, you worked for it.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's not free. Tell them that. They're like, yes, it was free. Okay. So you're coming back to work for Michael Voltaggio. At this time, he had one Top Chef already, right?
He had one already.
One already. Mm-hmm. Got you. And I don't remember what year he was. I think it was like...
it was season 6, but
season
I don't
6,
remember
okay.
what year it
Yeah. Do you want to work there because of the Top Chef thing?
For sure.
It got you. So you knew of him because of the show.
For sure, yep.
You watched the whole season, you saw him. Mm-hmm. Okay, got you. And how was getting that job?
I mean, I got the job on the spot, so I was just kind of like...
like on your stage?
No, we didn't even... I had asked, I'm like, okay, do I need to bring my knives? Whatever. They're like, no. Like, because the kitchen wasn't ready. So it was just literally an interview, and I got the job. And I was like...
This is weird.
Okay, this is weird.
Yeah.
I've never, this is obviously strange. But I mean, it's normal because any restaurant opening, where are you staging? You're not necessarily. There's nowhere to
do anything.
Exactly.
That's why usually the opening team is usually replaced within the first year. Or like very few people stay,
Yeah.
When you actually figure out what the restaurant's going to be.
Yes.
What was your first position when the restaurant opened?
I worked garde manger.
Okay.
As a cook.
Heard that.
Yep.
That was your first job out of the gate. Mm-hmm. So the CDC was Cole Dickinson, Chef Michael. Who were the sous chefs?
There was one sous chef. His name was Doug Rankin.
Okay.
He actually has a restaurant in LA called Bar Restaurant.
Bar restaurant.
In Silver Lake.
There you go. Check them out. Very cool. Do you still keep in contact with him?
I actually talked to him the other week.
Oh, fuck yeah. All right. There you go. And I think Brittany Cassidy worked with you.
Brittany Cassidy did work with me.
Okay.
Yep. She was a prep cook.
I got you.
Yep.
Was she...
She was working 2 jobs at the time. So she was a prep cook during the day, and she worked at the Roosevelt Hotel during the evening.
Got you.
Yeah.
Did you become friends with her?
For sure.
Awesome.
I remember her last day of work. She bought In-N-Out for the entire staff. And I'm just like, what the fuck? I'm like, I can't believe you just spent all this money for the entire staff.
Like, how much money is that? That's like fucking over $400.
No! Over 400? Is it?
Well, how many people did you have on staff?
Probably like 30? And that's not that expensive.
I mean, think about how much do you pay for In-N-Out every time you eat In-N-Out? Solo.
Like $6?
$6? Oh, okay. Maybe that's just me.
Oh my God. I don't think she got like 4x4s for everything. I think it was just like single burgers.
Okay. Got you.
Yeah. But I mean, it's a thought that counts.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, for you to go and wait in that line and get all those burgers for the entire staff, like that was a really, really amazing gesture.
That's so cool. Do you remember anything about her first days of work?
Not really. I think as we had a pretty epic fucking opening team.
Yeah.
And so we were just so
just
immersed in our work. Like
it.
Just constantly trying to keep up. And I know for a lot of us, like it was a new type of food.
Yeah.
You know, all of us learning techniques we've never done before, you know, making a fluid gel, doing like spherifications, like things like that. Like we've never done that before.
Yeah.
So it was definitely a learning experience.
Did your dream come true, so to speak, when you said, I want to work for Michael Voltaggio? And when you got there, was he the leader and the chef that you were looking for?
1000%.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was there. Like,
Heard that.
It was his baby. You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like, it was his first restaurant. And yeah, he was there every day. You know, obviously, you know, he would have engagements and have to be somewhere, but it was never for a long amount of time. He was always there.
Yeah. How long did that opening sort of last? Because obviously, you know, restaurant is built, and then from the time that the kitchen is built to the time the first guest gets served, how long was that time?
Come again? What was
I'm sorry. Let me start again. So from the time that the kitchen is built to the time that you serve your first dish,
Yep.
How much time in between that?
Well, so the restaurant opened on the 21st of September in 2011.
Okay.
I actually started on the 26th. So I was already like a week late.
All right. Heard that. Okay. Gotcha. I thought you were like part of the opening team. Okay. So you're probably pretty busy because this guy won Top Chef. Like this is like a big opening.
I mean, he was very, it was the most anticipated opening of the entire year.
Did it feel like you delivered?
100%.
Yeah. Because I know
1,000%.
a lot of, yeah. Okay.
I mean, the food that we were doing, I mean, even when I was learning how to execute those dishes, I remember like scratching my head like, what? Like these certain flavor combinations. I was like, what? Does that even work? And like trying those dishes, I was like, holy shit, like what? This is so weird. Like I can't believe these flavor combinations work. Yeah, I think it was just the food was very thought-provoking.
Yeah.
Just some of the coolest shit we've ever done. Like, and as a young cook, learning all those different techniques, I mean, I think everybody was just kind of like, holy shit, like this is like the coolest place. We're learning so much.
Yeah.
We're learning so much different techniques, and yeah, overall just every day was something new, which was, I think it's a cook's dream to constantly learn about something.
Yeah. Where'd you go from Garde Manger?
I went to Cookfish.
Cookfish, okay.
Yeah.
Hotline.
Fish station.
Got you.